But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
It's over, Billings. I know who you are.
I'm glad that makes you feel superior, but you haven't caught me yet.
In your dreams.
Oh, no. In reality, if I was to kick the shit out of you, do I get the money?
Wait, Wunsch is dead?
Yeah, the commissioner's office just notified us. No way that's true. As Wunsch says when she sees deodorant, I'm not buying it.
Who didn't throw in?
Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink. Why not?
You don't tip.
You don't tip? What do you mean you don't tip?
You don't believe me.
Shut up.
What is it with you anyway? Somebody drop you on your fucking head?
On my head?
Well, yeah, what are they gonna drop you on somebody else's head?
How can they drop me onto my own head?
No, not onto your... what? God damn it, are you fucking with me?
Yeah, he is. You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy
There
news.
better be some news.
I'm Cole.
And I'm Taylor. Cole, I gotta tell you, as I was thinking about this today, and we were about to record, I was wondering, what
is going on with my headphones?
No, it's actually my recorder. I was wondering, what the fuck am I going to talk about? And then I remembered, I had an eventful week.
We haven't done a fucking podcast in a week and a half, and we've done all kinds of shit.
I know, right? So I last week I was sick, dude, and everybody was giving me hell for it.
Well, because you've been sick for a month.
Basically. So I actually looked at the date because I had left early from work, and they count that as an occurrence.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at it. I'm like, why the fuck am I sick again? I'm usually one of these guys that gets sick every year. Like one time, and I'm good. But this year, twice. Got it hit twice. The first one, it was, a fucking pretty bad cold, I would say. Maybe COVID. Who fucking knows these days? I took a COVID test. What was wrong with the COVID test? It was expired. You can't take expired COVID tests. And then Ashley...
sure you can. You did.
Yeah, I sure did. And then I got a great girlfriend, and she was at she was at school. I know, Cole. You give me shit for her being
underage,
23,
fucking 13.
But she got a free COVID test from school and brought it home, and I took it this time around, and I tested negative. But my fucking 2 days off were just strictly bed. I said, fuck this shit. It was terrible, dude. It's awful. A lot of sinus bullshit, a lot of blowing of the nose, a lot of whatever, but I'm having a few beers tonight, Cole, and I'm feeling pretty good now. So I want to state that for the record.
Good, because you've been boring for ever since this entire year started.
Thank you. I mean, it's football season. This year started. I threw a party that was kind of cool, and you got to talk with our good friend.
Fuck that.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, well, fuck you. I mean, Cole, you and I have booked an incredible trip so far.
Yes, we have. You and I are going.
I mean, that was kind of the start of the whole. We started that on last Sunday, I think. Or yeah, I think it was last Sunday because it was right before I started feeling really shitty.
Yeah.
And
no, you were shitty that night too.
Oh, I think probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started getting our fucking shit booked up for our trip to San Jose, California, and we are gonna go check out the Shark Tank Hall. It was kind of funny. We were looking at these tickets, and you had mentioned, you're kind of on this quest, Cole, to visit all of the NHL arenas.
Not all of them, but
I know
a whole lot of them.
Yeah, it's a fucking cool concept. I've heard of guys doing this kind of thing with baseball stadiums.
Uh-huh.
And you've now visited, well, just one outside of the Wild.
Yeah, but now I'm going to a second one.
Right. But so we were discussing what we wanted to do for this trip,
or a third, I guess.
And you had mentioned to me you wanted to go check out the Coyotes. And I was kind of on board with it because the Coyotes right now have moved into maybe that'll be next year's trip, but they have moved into a small arena.
A college arena.
But
it's fucking tiny.
Right. So I was telling people that it's like the size of Ralph Engelstad, but smaller. It's even smaller than that because Ralph Engelstad, I think, even has 2 levels.
Yeah.
But this place, because Ralph Engelstad, for the outside of the area listeners, is where the Fighting Hawks play, the
NDSU hockey.
Yeah. Really big here in North Dakota. And so I was all on board with it, right? And so I'm starting to look at prices, and I saw an article in the newspaper that said that Allegiant was flying every day, starting in March, flying every day to Phoenix. Mm-hmm. And I thought, fuck yeah, that's going to be those are going to be relatively inexpensive flights, you know? And they weren't.
No.
You know, they were right around that $350 to $400 mark. And that was before taxes and luggage fees and shit like that. Because we all know Allegiant around here, we nickel and dime you so that we can bolt and nut our planes together.
Uh-huh.
You know?
I mean, they're not as bad as Southwest or...
Sure. But so I says to Cole, Cole, how about we spend a little bit more and go a little bit farther? And it actually wasn't that much more to go Delta to San Jose.
And because the Sharks fucking suck, and they're not, they're not divisional rivals with the Wild.
Yeah,
the tickets for the hockey game are quite a lot cheaper.
Yes. So I said, you know what? Let's make a trip to San Jose. Let's go to the fucking Shark Tank, dude. So I'm pretty fucking excited about this trip.
I just said that the Sharks suck, but the Wild are not any better.
They're probably... It's going to be a battle of the bastards, so I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, both teams are terrible. There's nothing at stake, so hopefully we get some fucking chippy bullshit. But, yeah, so we got that all booked up. We're going to book our hotels maybe tonight or tomorrow.
We're going to rent a vehicle from Turo and go see some redwoods.
Banana slugs.
Hopefully banana slugs.
I'm super excited about that. You know, and I want to head up to San Francisco, man. Okay. I think we should make an early time of it, and I've always wanted to go to the Bay Area. I don't know what there is to do other than
well, the night before the night before the hockey game, the comedian Nate Bargatze is performing at the
SAP Center, the Shark Tank.
Yeah, at
which
the same venue, and those tickets are relatively cheap. They're like $53.
That might be cool to do.
So
fuck it. And then you get to rub it. You get to rub it in Elijah's face. You get to rub it in your dad's face, and you get to rub it in Shay's face.
Yeah,
your brother.
Because I'm seeing his favorite comedian. I'm taking you to see the Redwoods before Elijah gets to see them, which he really wants to see them.
You've already seen the Redwoods, right?
Uh-huh. And my pop has never seen a banana slug, and hopefully I find a banana slug, and then I can take a picture and be like, haha, check it out.
If we don't see a banana slug, Cole,
let's just take a picture of a banana.
No, I have an idea. Mm-hmm. I'll just draw highlighter all over my dick.
Okay.
You just send it to your dad.
All right.
You're like, Dad, check it out.
Look, you know you're not supposed to pick them up or put them in your mouth because they're fucking toxic.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, hey, Dad, look at. I was gonna say you were gonna draw the banana slug next to my dick. My dick was gonna be the redwood, but I guess not. Well, I guess my dick is the banana slug. You fucker. All right. Anyway, so we got a fucking awesome trip booked up here. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm
I
excited.
want to talk about the Wild for a second.
Oh, fuck them.
Mark, they won tonight.
I saw that.
Marc-Andre Fleury shut out the Islanders.
What? 5-0.
Yeah.
5-0.
This is his 552nd win, so he's the second winningest goalie of all time.
It's so weird to me. I don't know why I get the fuck. It must be because I'm your friend or something.
Uh-huh.
But I get fucking Wild updates on my phone.
Uh-huh.
I get Shark updates, and then all the NFL game updates.
Huh.
I don't know why. I'd never signed up for that shit, but there it is.
Cool.
So I'm always checking out the Wild, and you're like, "Oh, Wild suck," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, they do."
They crushed it tonight.
But so do the fucking Sharks. So
yeah.
Hey, here's the next season. They say. Fuck people that say that.
I want you to stop trying to kill me.
What now? You tried to kill my entire family at Christmas, and now I'm
Fuck
trying
your
to kill.
family.
Now I'm trying to
They're
kill.
not important to me.
No, but you are.
I'm
what
important.
the fuck
to
did I try to kill you now with?
You are always leaving shit in the middle of the floor.
Okay.
And I come home, and the first thing I do almost every night is trip over your fucking shoes because they're. So a couple weeks ago, I come home and your shoes.
I was doing good. I
your
thought I was
shoes
doing
are
well.
in the middle of the fucking floor, and I trip over. I trip over them, and I look down. I trip over one of them, and I kick the other one across the fucking room just as Ashley's walking in. And she's like, "I know, right?" She's just. She fucking hates it too. And then you leave the fucking vacuum in the middle of the fucking. Like
You
all the
didn't
lights
trip
are.
over it. You didn't trip
You
over
left all the lights off, and you got the vacuum in the middle of the floor, which I avoided. And then you left the other night. You were changing the fucking battery on the smoke detector, and
And
you
I
were
try to save your life, Cole.
you were gonna fucking leave the step stool right in the middle of the hallway.
I'm out
Stop
here,
trying to kill me.
I'm out here saving your life with the fucking smoke alarm, and all I get is shit about how I leave a fucking ladder out for 2 seconds. God damn!
I'm gonna piss in your shoes.
Don't do that. But anyway, Cole. Speaking of hockey,
Yeah,
went to a hockey game this week.
we did. We went to the Bobcats game.
Fuck, dude, that was so awesome.
Can we call it a game?
Why?
It was almost like watching an NHL team beat up on a high school hockey team.
Okay, I was telling people about this. Okay,
In the first period.
it's been a long time since I've been to. I think before the pandemic, since I've been to a Bobcats game. And the Bobcats used to look like the Iowa fucking Bulls or whatever the fuck they were. Okay, just sloppy puck handling.
It was very sloppy in the second.
But
The second,
I was so blown away by
this new batch of kids.
this new batch of kids. They were so fucking good.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
It just as far as having a handle on the puck, like that is my biggest complaint when it comes to whatever that league is it sort of
NAHL.
the NAHL is obviously they're not, probably kids that are just aged out of college or they're trying to they're trying to stay relevant.
They want to get played for paying hockey, but they're never going to make it as pros.
Probably.
Yeah.
And these kids are, I don't know, every time I feel like I'm watching fucking baseball, honestly, sometimes. What that has been my experience with the Bobcats, of the last couple of years. It's and a swing and a miss. It's the puck's right in front of them. It just glides past and they're like, and they miss it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But the puck handling was so fucking impressive. What were the shots on goal, Cole, at the end of the game?
Okay, at the end of the game,
For the
at
Bobcats.
the end of the
Fuck
game,
the other
the
team.
Bobcats had. I'm going to tell the other team too. They had 37
Holy
shots on
shit.
goal. It was actually was probably about 39.
Yeah.
They stopped counting in the third.
Yeah. They
Like,
were fucking peppering that guy.
They were peppering the shit out of the Iowa goalie, and then Iowa only took 14 shots on goal. So this is why I'm saying it was like watching an NHL team beat up on a high school team, because the Bobcats took more than 13 shots on average per period, and the Iowa Bulls or whatever took less than 5 shots per period. The first period, they only took 3 shots, and the Bobcats took 17.
Crushed them.
That second period.
I mean,
the
kudos.
Bobcats, their puck handling in the second was pretty fucking garbage, and they were playing like shit in the second.
Oh, yes.
They must have been tired because they didn't take a shot on goal for the first 10 minutes. But then they still wound up fucking taking
I will say
about
this.
10 shots.
I will say this. It's nice when you go to a game like that, and the only thing that there is to complain about
Was that it was a hard time seeing the fights because they were way down on the other end of the ice.
It was that, but there was also the fucking other fans.
Oh my god, the guy in front of you and the dude behind me.
It was one of these things, right? I knew how annoyed I was with the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't super annoyed with the guy behind me.
Oh, I was super annoyed with that guy.
But you were annoyed by him more. But the guy in front of us, like you said, Bobcats were shooting their fucking lights out, dude. Shooting like crazy. And anytime the fucking Bobcats had the puck, in the offensive zone or in the other team's zone, all you heard was shoot.
Yeah, and they were not in good positions.
And
when
it's
he was
like,
saying
dude,
this.
let the fucking play breathe and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they were not in good positions, and he's shouting for them to shoot, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
I mean,
but the guy behind us was explaining to like his little sister or something, like the finer points of hockey, but he was fucking up everything. He didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Just
you should have just got up there, Cole, and started beating the shit out of that guy, and then started explaining to this young lady how hockey.
And that girl looked exactly like your girlfriend, only like 10 years younger. So she was like 3 years old.
Whatever.
I told her that the girl looked just like her, and it kind of freaked me the fuck out. She thought it was. She
Was
thought
it
it was
her
kind of
sister?
funny.
You should have asked her.
So what else you got, man?
So after we're done with the hockey game, we had a good time there. I actually started laughing, Cole, at the message you sent me because I'm like, hey, I get off of work here. Do you want to grab some? You want to go out, grab some food somewhere? You replied to me, no. Let's just get some garbage at the game.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised by you saying that. I was blown away. But I thought, you know what? I remember having a bobcat dog there and really liking it. And I'm like, okay, cool. We'll do that.
Yeah.
But then I got home and you said, what the hell are you doing home so early? And you said, we could have gotten food somewhere. And I said, too bad. You already said garbage food.
I really thought you said you were getting off at 7 o'clock.
I'm so sorry.
And then you got home at fucking 6. And I'm like, fuck, we could have gone and got something to eat. But
we ate garbage food.
I was happy with the garbage food. I got a hamburger and some fucking nachos.
So, you got hamburger nachos. I got a hot dog, a slice of pizza, and some popcorn.
Yeah.
And when I went back up there, it was quite funny. I go through the line. I tell the lady, I want a piece of pizza. She says, you want cheese, sausage, or pepperoni? What are you taking in that circumstance?
Sausage.
Same.
Yeah.
Order the sausage. They come out, they hand me a pepperoni. I said, nope.
Yeah, fucking get this shit out of my face.
I said, no. I said, I order sausage. She's like, yeah, you did. And it took them like 3 minutes to figure this shit out for a slice of pizza.
Jesus.
And they handed this kid the sausage pizza next to me, so I think he got the wrong pizza. But
Okay.
whatever. But that sausage pizza was actually really good.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
It
really
looked,
surprised.
It looked good.
Yeah.
I didn't want pizza. I was in the mood. I wanted a hamburger. So
it was
bad.
from Bruno's.
Okay, yeah, it looked really good though.
But yeah, super impressed with it. Really liked it. But as far as the game went, it's really fun. And I'm trying to convince, we got family in town this week. Robbie's in town. And Jeffrey and I are kind of convincing him to do the Minotauros game this weekend.
No, they're not playing the Minotauros
No,
this
they're
weekend.
playing the Bruins. That's the other one I told you about or asked you about. But anyway, Robbie's wanted to watch the Packers game.
Okay.
Like a dipshit.
Yeah.
And
well, there's 2 fucking games next week. There's one on Friday and
yeah,
one
but
on
his
Saturday.
team is the Packers.
Yeah.
Fuck them, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. You
Go
should
to the other
disown
one.
them.
I see what you're saying. I like your thinking, Cole. We're gonna do that
'Cause I'm
I wanna
fucking
go
smart.
To fucking Bobcats game. But here's another fucking kudos to the Bobcats that has not been present in the last couple of seasons that I'd gone. Okay, we walk in.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of that fucking mascot one of these days.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Really, fuck that guy. Well, I'll tell a story because we probably have some new listener sense. But anyway, we get to the game. How cold is it outside, Cole?
It was negative 21 degrees and it was super fucking windy.
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking deathly wind chill. We had to park pretty far away. We got in there, and I'm in my.
We had the second to last parking spot, like second to furthest away from the building.
Yeah, it
parking
was
spot that you
terrible.
could get.
And so I got in there, and I'm kind of peeking at the merch while you were waiting for food. And that is one thing about the Bismarck Larks that I've always been just a fucking fan of, right? Is
their merchandising.
Their merchandising, and they don't skimp out, okay? It's not some bullshit hat, whatever, El Cheapo hat. It is a new era or with the Larks, it was my favorite branded hat, the 47 hat, the dad hat.
Okay.
The cleanup hat. Fucking love that hat. And when I saw that the Larks were doing that, it blew my ass. I said, that's so fucking cool. We show up to the Bobcats on Saturday. And I'm looking at their merch, kind of peeking around. I'm like, okay, they got a ton of jerseys. They had a ton of stuff for sale. Okay. I look over at their stocking caps, their poofball hats.
Yeah.
New era branded fucking hats.
Yeah.
And they're fucking awesome, dude.
They are pretty nice.
I love when obviously they got the money to do it. Just fucking invest in that shit and people are going to buy it. It's fucking awesome. And it's a super high quality hat. Super impressed, super excited to get a cool new hat that wasn't just some fucking, I don't know, piece of shit. You know, I'm more than willing to spend a little bit extra on a nice hat. That's all I'm trying to say, Cole.
Yeah.
So super excited about that. So now I have a Bobcats poofball hat.
Nice.
That's a New Era branded, fleeced inside.
It's a pretty nice looking hat.
Yeah. I wanted to get that before you did, just in case you were eyeballing.
I was not.
So for our listeners out there, Cole and I, we have a thing where we go to a place and we see something, and if it's an article of clothing or a hat or apparel or something,
whoever sees it first always tries to buy it before the other one does.
Because the other guy's not going to buy it.
Then the other guy can't
look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, then
walking around with your fucking bro. Hey, we got matching hats. Fuck that shit.
No, that's stupid.
So it is kind of fun
when
to
we
do
went
that.
to the pinball arcade in the pinball bar in Minneapolis.
Yeah, my lit hat.
I seen a shirt.
Oh,
and I was like,
the black flag one. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen a shirt. It says pinball bar, but it has the bars from the black flag logo.
Yes.
On there, and I was like, oh shit, I have to get that before Tayler sees it. And Tayler saw it, and he didn't see the one that I bought. He's seen it on the wall. He's like, I'm gonna get that shirt, and I picked up mine. Like, haha, beat you, fucker. So we kind of do this thing because we're dicks to each
But I
other.
also got the hat though, the really cool hat.
Yeah, you did get a pretty cool hat.
I did. All right, cool. I had to go back and listen. I want to circle back to this, and for some new listeners maybe that didn't hear. So at these fucking games that you go to, you know what's really great I do want to say this. You know what's really great when you go to a Larks game?
Okay, what about it?
Okay, the fucking Clark the Lark,
okay,
isn't fucking in your shit. He's not in your business. He's walking around, taking pictures with kids. That's it.
Okay.
He's not fucking around.
I fucking hate Scratch the Bobcat.
Scratch
so
the Bobcats
fucking much.
guy is, especially baseball's a little different in that respect because it's a lot slower paced. You know, when it comes to hockey and it comes to even these lower league games, like you need to be watching what's happening on the ice because that puck can fucking fly out.
They tell you every time the puck goes over the wall, they say, "Hey, be
aware.
Make sure you're paying attention to what's going on the ice because the puck might fly off the ice and it could hit you."
Yes,
and they say this constantly throughout the fucking game.
There was a game that I witnessed. I was sitting in general admission. Was it awesome? What happened? Yes, it was fucking great. It was some jackass level bullshit, but it was hilarious. The game wasn't super well attended this evening. Okay, so Scratch. Okay, this was quite a few years ago. Scratch grabs a sled. Okay, goes up to the top of general admission. He's telling the fucking patrons to move out of his way because he's gonna sled down. He's gonna, and this is in the middle of play. This isn't like we're not talking between periods.
I hate this fucking mascot. I fucking hate this guy.
We're not talking like a play stoppage. We are in the middle of play. Okay. This fucking guy at this point, I don't know who's in the fucking suit, is so fucking bored with his life. He grabs a sled, walks all the way up to the top of general admission. He's waving people out of his way, gets on the fucking sled, slides down general admission, and just straight to the fucking boards.
Here's my
and
problem.
It's like, dude, It's funny and it's fun, but we're trying to watch a fucking game.
That's the thing. That's my problem with the guy in the suit. Is he thinks people are there to see him. We're not. We paid money to watch a fucking hockey game, and like, dude, they're in the middle of play, and he's fucking got a little white chalkboard or marker board, and he's writing shit on it and taunting the other players on the bench. Is it funny? A little bit. Does it piss me off? Yeah, because you're standing in my fucking way and I can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
So get the fuck out of here.
I just don't understand the. But again, like I look at other mascots that professional or even as far as the spectrum of Bismarck or the sphere of Bismarck. When we had the Bucks in town, we had a fucking Buck guy doing his shit, kind of being a dumbass, but not to the level of Scratch, dude. Scratch is so fucking in your face.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Scratch has been he's not caused somebody to be seriously hurt.
I'm surprised that no one has seriously hurt him. Like, for real.
So you're a guy that would not hesitate if you got, let's say,
to punch a mascot?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd fucking do it if it were that mascot.
If it were that mascot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Other mascots I would leave alone, but I fucking hate Scratch.
Scratch, I would tend to agree. I would tend to agree with that. I fucking it was ever and that was the time in my brain where it clicked. Like, Scratch is being fucking dumb, but in the middle of play, absolutely no reason to do it.
Yeah,
gets a fucking sled and just slides into the boards. And I'm still, to this day, baffled by that.
If it is a different guy in the suit now than it was back then, this person is just as obnoxious. They're just dicking around in the middle of the fucking game.
Yeah, like
I don't want to see the fucking Bobcat
you know what?
when the team is playing.
You know what's really irritating?
What?
Like, I'm not trying to be a fucking elitist here.
Okay.
But I'm going to be a little bit.
All right.
And granted, the way we got tickets was, it wasn't, we didn't pay for our tickets, let's say.
I got them free through work.
Right. But still, but those tickets are paid for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So those tickets are paid for.
Yeah. They're paid by me wasting my time at a fucking dead-end job.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, Cole, if you are in the gold, bronze, or silver section, I think that, in my opinion, you have paid to not have to deal with the fucking mascot. The mascot should go over to general admission and fuck with those proles over there.
You are a dick, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Those fucking scumbags that couldn't afford the gold, bronze, or silver package should have to deal with Scratch. Not me! Especially if I paid $20 for a fucking ticket, Cole.
You're a real piece of shit.
I should not have to deal. Am I wrong, though?
Not really.
Thank you. I mean, if I paid $10 for a fucking general admission ticket, I mean, there is no general admission ticket, okay? I paid $10 for it. There's no assigned seating. You just show up at this fucking place. You might get a seat. You might have to stand and deal with Scratch. Those are the people that should have to deal with him. He can hand out free pizzas to those fucking poor pieces of shit all they want. As long as I don't have to see him hold up a dumb fucking sign in the middle of fucking play.
Wow, you're
That's
fucking...
all I'm asking for.
You are fucking just the worst.
But dude, okay, we went to the fucking Wild game, Cole. I don't recall a fucking whatever the fucking Wilds person is.
Yeah, he's
being
never
a jackass or jack off.
He rarely shows his face when the game is going on. He comes out during commercial break and between periods.
And I can see those videos on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or I can see him on YouTube or social media. I'll have to fucking sit there and watch the fucking whatever the Wild guy is, or the Kraken, or what the fuck is a Kraken guy? He's not even a fucking Kraken. He's a fucking
he's
troll.
like a fucking... Oh, yeah, he's stupid.
Stupid, but gritty. He's fucking cool.
Gritty's pretty awesome.
But Gritty wouldn't do that. Gritty wouldn't fucking...
Yeah, Gritty
mess
just like
with
beats
your
up on
shit.
children and stuff. That's fine.
But always while the game is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm asking for. Bismarck Bobcats is to have your fucking mascot fuck around during commercials and intermission. Leave. I don't want to see him out at all during the game.
Oh, dude, that fucking guy, you pointed him out to me, but I'd seen him before you pointed it out to me. There's a dude in the stands pointing the camera at me, and you're like, oh, Cole, they're going to do something like the Kiss Cam or something
It was
with you.
Air guitars.
Yeah, but they wanted, apparently they point the camera at you, and then they superimpose a fake guitar in front of you, a digital guitar, and you're supposed to fake air guitar to it. I was like, I'd already seen this guy, and I just fucking looked the other way and would not fucking acknowledge that he existed.
I had a George Costanza moment.
What's that?
Because George Costanza in an episode of Seinfeld, as he's in this meeting, and he thinks of this insult after the fact. He's driving home. He's like, that's what I should have done. And I had that same moment.
Okay.
Because it was an air guitar thing. I should have done fucking air drums.
Okay.
That would have been so much better.
There you go.
God damn it. I fucking blew it.
No, I don't want them fucking doing that shit to me.
But, so yeah, that was, I had a fucking busy weekend, Cole.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as extracurricular activities, we'll say. So we had the hockey game on. So I had work and then the hockey game on Saturday night, and then I had work and then a comedian on Sunday.
Tell everybody the comedian's name.
Charlie Berens.
Okay.
Charlie Berens. I always say Berens. I don't know why, but it's Charlie Berens.
Yeah.
And my brother Jeff is a big fan of this guy.
Okay.
And I saw that he was coming to town. Let Jeffrey know. I said, hey. This is back in September. I saw this. I said, we should probably pick up tickets if you want to go. He said, for sure. So I get tickets. September. Do I get reminders in my email, Cole, that I have a show coming up? Nope. I got nothing. I fucking got, dude. Completely forgot. And it was too late to ask for time off of work. I'm the only guy that works on Sunday. Fuck. What am I going to do? So I was a little concerned because I got off at 5 and the show starts at 5. And I tell Jeffrey, I said, hey, get down there. Here's your ticket. I'll get there when I can. I thought for sure I'd walk in the middle of a fucking act. The comedian on stage was going to be like, hey, look at this fucking idiot coming in late. I thought I had to deal with that shit. But no, I show up. They're running late. I said, perfect. So Charlie Berens is kind of a Midwest comedian kind of guy. He does a lot of skits.
He's from Wisconsin or some shit.
Yes, he's from Wisconsin. He's in the same, I would say the same boat as that You Betcha guy.
Yeah, he does little skits on YouTube and shit.
Yeah, super funny. The sketches are hilarious. Very relatable to guys like me, big dude, living in the Midwest, drinking light beer. I completely understand this shit. And I had seen glimpses of his stuff on YouTube, and I'm like, hey, he's all right. First 2 acts. So I show up to the bell late. The show hasn't started yet. I said, fuck yes, I haven't missed anything. I sit down, find my seat. The 2 comedians start, the 2 openers, and they're just all right. Okay. I mean, they're pretty...
That's pretty much what my brother said.
I mean, they were fine.
He's seen it too, so.
I mean, they were fine. They were okay. So I did not have high hopes for Charlie, just because of his opening acts and kind of the stuff that I've seen on the internet already. But Charlie killed it, dude.
Really,
he was so fucking good.
Good.
He great comedian, and I would say overall a fairly clean comic, and not raunchy at all. Kept, I would say, very PG-13 at the most. And I don't really, I love raunchy comedy, don't get me wrong, but as a comedian, if you don't rely on that, I always find that to be a little bit more impressive.
Yeah.
So to see him come out and do a fairly clean set was really, really cool. It was really good. Had a great time with it. So to my brother Jeffrey, kudos to you. That was a fucking cool time, and I'd be excited to see him come back through, because it started off with, I think he was only going to do 2 shows. No, I think he was only going to do 1 show.
1 show,
and then he ended up expanding it to fucking 3, dude, and sold out all 3 shows.
Good.
So good for that fucking guy, dude. Especially, and I mean, a city of Bismarck that I really wouldn't consider people that would make a destination of it, you know? So, I mean, I'm sure there's people coming from smaller towns and stuff that come and see this guy. So that was fucking awesome. So good job, Charlie.
So I went out that first night when it got super cold.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I got off work and my brother calls me. He says, "Hey, you want to meet me?"
Was this last night?
No, this wasn't last night. This was a few nights before that. Like
Okay.
in the middle of the week when it was, I think it was Thursday night, Friday night.
Okay.
So it was extremely cold that day. So I go out, I meet up with them for about an hour and a half or whatever, have a couple beers, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna head home, right? He goes, okay. So I'm heading home. I'm going down Rosser and 16th. You know, the 4-way stop sign there by the baseball diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving, and this girl is in the middle of the street waving her hands and sticking her thumb up like, hey, I'm hitchhiking. Can you pick me up? She kind of almost jumped in front of my car.
Oh,
like,
my
God
God.
damn it. The last time I fucking gave a girl help, she tried to steal like $1,000 from me and then fucking almost stabbed me. I was like, oh, shit, but it's so fucking cold out, you know, like, I was like, all right.
Well, as long as you didn't have $1,000 in your car.
I didn't have $1,000 on me. But, so I let her in, and I look at her, I'm like, Jesus Christ, where's your fucking gloves? And it's just like, I left, I didn't have any gloves, I'm like.
Where was she going?
Up the street. So she goes, I'm heading to my friend's house, can you just drop me off there? I'm like, yeah, fine. So we're driving up fucking 16th Street, and I guess we're just around the corner from her friend's house. He goes, oh shit, there she is. Stop. Then I had to let her friend in too, because her friend was going to meet her halfway. It's like, why are both of you two getting frostbite? Like, only one of you needs to get frostbite.
Were they both drunk?
No, neither one of them was drunk, but neither one of them was wearing gloves. One of them wasn't wearing a hat. I'm like, it's like 22 below and it's fucking windy as shit.
Was this my girlfriend? Because I just had the same fucking thing.
Well,
with
your
her the other
girlfriend's stupid too. Everyone in this city is fucking idiots. I got to work the other day. I'm walking in. I'm wearing snow pants, gloves, a fucking hat. I got a heavy coat on. And this fucking dumb shit that I work with, fucking ding dong, he's standing out back having a cigarette, bitching about how fucking cold it is. I'm like, you're wearing nylon shorts, you asshat. I don't fucking feel bad for you. Put some fucking pants on. It's 10 below.
So I get into the this was the start of the cold snap, and Ashley's like, oh, I got to run down to my dad's house. I forget what the fucking reason was. She's like, you want to come with? And I said, no. She's like, come on. I'm like, whatever. So we get in the car. I'm like, do you have a hat? No. So I handed her that fucking knitted Pikachu looking thing.
Okay.
That pink one.
That ugly thing.
I said, what about your gloves? I don't have gloves. I said, here, take these gloves. So I gave her my gloves, which was fine because they're, I don't know. I have a weird pinky. I think I have a shorter pinky than normal. So regular gloves just fucking bug the shit out of me. It's really hard for me to find a pair of gloves that I really like. Right? So I was looking through my fucking shit in the garage. I found my ice fishing mittens. Okay? Which are awesome because they've got the flip top fingers, but they're fleece underneath. So you have the fleece fingers, you got the flip top thing, and everything's magnetic. Okay? So it's with the flipper, it's got a magnetic thing on it, and then the thumb is the best because the thumb is bare. So when you flip the thumb open, you can still swipe on your phone and shit. It's the fucking best pair of gloves I've ever had. Found them. I said, you can have these shitty gloves that don't fit my fingers right, and I'm gonna wear my mittens because I love mittens, Cole. Because I'm a child.
Okay.
And but yeah, people are crazy. Driving around with fucking no gloves, dude.
Yeah, people are so fucking dumb.
And I will admit today, I did leave the house without a coat.
I'm just happy this girl didn't try to stab me.
Well, that's true. That's true. Or the other girl.
Yeah, she was in the back seat. She could have just reached
What
around
the
reached
fuck
around
is
the
this
seat
even?
and fucking
So
cut my
you just
throat.
pick up fucking random chicks on the side of the road, dude? What are
I
you,
wouldn't have
fucking-
done it if it wasn't cold out. It was super fucking cold out though. I felt
And
bad.
they were drunk?
Huh?
Who's the fuck is just out there
They
waving
weren't-
their fucking
they weren't
hands
drunk.
around? I know, but who's out there doing that?
I don't know. Fucking dummies.
Wow. Okay. Well, good for them. Oh, but other than that, I mean, I've had a pretty good week. I'm living on a high, if you will, Cole. I've got.
What'd you have for supper tonight?
Oh, dude, chicken cacciatore. No, I'm just kidding. I will admit, Cole, I admitted to you earlier, and I'll admit to all the people out there, we've talked often about your mom's chicken cacciatore and how you're not a fan of it. And I had some of it, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and it was good. I liked it a lot. But you've been talking about this thing called pepper steak, and I was confused by it. If you're asking me what a pepper steak is, it's a piece of meat with just pepper on it. But no,
It's kind of like Asian food.
Kinda.
Okay, it's basically you put it over rice.
Yeah.
When it's done, but you take.
You know what's funny
steak,
though? You know what's funny about this
what's
whole
that?
thing? So you were asking me like, hey, pick me up this and this at the grocery store, and I'm like, okay. I didn't have any rice at that point.
Okay.
But I just so happened to pick some up on a random whim, so I'm glad I did.
I
'Cause
have some in that back room, so I wasn't worried about
okay,
it.
I didn't realize that rice was part of this dish
Yeah.
because I thought, what are we gonna do for a starch?
So
But-
what you do is you take like a round steak, eye of round, and you cut it into small cubes. You fry them up, and when they're done, you drop in a can of French onion soup, and you drain the juice from a can of whole tomatoes. And while you're simmering that for like 30 minutes, you cut up a pepper, like a bell pepper. The recipe says green, but I never use green. I always use yellow or fucking red.
I think that was the better move.
Yeah, I like to use yellow or red. And then they say to throw the pepper in at the very end, but I like to throw pepper in as it's cooking. That way,
Softens it up a little more.
the more ingredients I add, then I can taste it here and there to see how peppery it is. And I add a lot more pepper than the recipe calls for because I'm fucking psycho. I really want it peppery as
better.
shit. And then I added some garlic powder, which the recipe doesn't say to put in there, and chili powder.
Both
the
great.
recipe doesn't say to put that in there either. Then you fucking you quarter the tomatoes from the can of whole tomatoes.
Okay.
You just add the juice, but then at first and simmer it, and then towards the end you put the tomatoes in. I had you do that because I had to leave for a minute. So yeah, your peppers are in there for 15 minutes, and then you do the tomatoes for 5 minutes. Then you put in a bunch of soy sauce, and then you add cornstarch, and you boil the shit out of it so it gets really fucking thick. Mm-hmm. Then you put that shit over the rice, and it was fucking really good. And you were gonna try to trick me and tell me that the chicken cacciatore was better, but in good conscience, you couldn't fucking do it.
I couldn't. It
'Cause
was.
it's not the truth.
It was so good, dude. That was really good. I like that a lot. Because now I have two rice dishes I think I could rely on. As far as I don't know, I've just been so on this kick with rice. Just throwing some in the rice cooker and because it's super easy, and I want you to try some of that other thing that I made. I know you tried a little bit of it. I think you cooked a pork chop or something in that sauce.
Oh, that habanero sauce?
No, not that. That fucking sucked. No, it was a few weeks ago.
Oh, the ribs.
Yes, you did ribs in that.
I had leftover ribs, yeah.
But so I found this recipe on TikTok. It's a garlic honey gochujang sauce. Okay, and the recipe that we originally tried was with tofu.
Yeah, fucking.
And I told Ashley, I said, listen, I like tofu in soup. I think is probably the only application. Every time I've had tofu, it fucking sucks. So if anybody out there's got a great tofu recipe, please let me know because everyone I've had is fucking terrible. And I don't know. So Ashley and I made this tofu thing, and we both said this would be so much better with chicken. Yeah. So I bought some chicken bites. tried it with chicken. Way better with chicken.
Nice.
But now I'm thinking about all these other applications, and like I was telling Robbie, I said, hey, if we're watching the game this weekend, we should fucking make some chicken wings. I've got a bitchin' ass sauce for chicken wings.
Like I said, I used it as a glaze on my ribs the other day.
Fuck, it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And it makes the house smell incredible. So
Fuck
I
yeah.
fucking hate when you make it because I never get to eat any of it.
Oh,
and then
damn,
I have
I'll
to
have
sit
I'll
there
have to
and
make some
smell
for
it
you
for
now.
like an
Now I
hour and a
feel-
half afterward.
Now that you made me pepper steak, I'll have to make something, have some leftovers for
we
you.
ate 2 hours ago and I'm still fucking stuffed.
It was good, dude. It was really good. I'm gonna have diarrhea.
Are you?
Maybe.
Don't tell me that.
I'm feeling it happen.
Last week I made fun of this guy at work because he said he was going to grow his hair long. So I was just like making fun of how he was going to look like a fucking idiot and all this shit. And
Now he actually looks good.
well, no, and then, he hasn't started growing his hair long, but if he does, he's still going to look stupid. But then this girl, this fucking hippie girl we got that works for us, like when I say hippie, like she really doesn't shave her pits and stuff, and like I don't know, and like she's always fucking lecturing people and writing peace signs on shit and stuff. She's like, I like guys with long hair. All the boys I chase are the boys with the long hair. And I was like, well, thank you for motivating me to buzz my head.
Thank you. That is what I'll be doing now, from now on, to make sure.
I will never, ever have hair again. So, what you said you wanted to talk about 2 more things?
Yeah, but I
All
forgot.
right, I want to talk
them.
about one more
Right.
thing.
You go first, and maybe I'll remember it.
Well, Disney finally put a good Marvel show on their fucking thing.
God damn it, Cole.
And no one's going to watch it because everyone's sick of those fucking Marvel shows. Cause
It's called Echo, right?
Yeah, they make so many bad ones, and they finally make a good one. Now no one's going to watch it.
That sucks because I saw that advertised, and I saw it was kind of out of the corner of my eye. I looked back. I think I was on a football game I was watching one night, and I looked back, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Vincent D'Onofrio. He's back as Kingpin.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. And so I'm really excited to check it out because I have so don't spoil it for me, Cole, because I have no idea what this show's about. Literally have no idea.
You watched the Hawkeye TV show?
No.
Okay, so they introduced this character because Kingpin was in the Hawkeye TV show also. So they introduced her in the Hawkeye show, and
I did not know that.
She works. Basically, the first episode will kind of catch you up, kind of. It's a lot of flashbacks, but with some extra shit in there.
Okay.
But she works for the Kingpin, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like a thug or whatever.
Okay.
And
kind of an anti-hero type of thing?
He's kind of like her uncle, all right? So he's sort of like her uncle, not really, you know, but
kind
then
of a figure, uncle figure. Okay.
And shit happens with her dad. She blames a hero for it, and Kingpin lets her believe that it's the hero's fault and all this shit.
Well, I come downstairs
and she's
tonight,
kind of
Cole.
a bad guy.
Yeah. Well, I come downstairs tonight. I'm like, Cole, I don't know if you know about this, but there's this awesome show I think that's going to be on Disney Plus called Echo. And you're like, already watched it. I'm like, fuck.
So here's
I thought
the
we
thing.
could watch it together.
In the comics,
I should have said something.
In the comics, she's deaf, and she is in the TV show too. She's deaf in the TV show, but in the comics, her power is she can watch something one time and then perfectly mimic it. So if she watches like Muhammad Ali fight, she can fight just like him, but with her speed and her power. So she doesn't have Muhammad Ali's speed and power, but she can
his moves.
She can do his technique perfectly.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. It's kind of the same way with the Taskmaster. They've done that with him before. That's his power also. But in this, she doesn't really have that. They never really say that she has anything like that. But she is a super awesome fighter, and she can, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of mystical shit, and I don't know, it's fucking cool.
Cool. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I love.
But she is deaf,
Vincent.
and she's missing a leg. So it's kind of cool.
Double offensive. Nice. Yeah. I'll have to check this out because when it popped up, I was really excited to watch with you, and then you fucking broke my heart. So
I'm not gonna talk anymore about it because I don't want to spoil it.
yeah, it looks awesome.
What else you got?
Okay, now I remembered what it was. It's actually just one more thing. It's about you
Okay.
and how you've been holding out on me.
What'd I do?
All right, Cole. Here's the deal.
All right.
Okay, and I know when I say Mikasa Sukasa,
Sure.
I fucking mean it. Like there is anything in this house, Cole, you want, it's yours. But I don't know. I still feel bad about I don't know if that goes both ways.
Okay. What do you want?
There's some mustard
All right.
above the oven
Yeah.
that I've been eyeballing every fucking day. I just want to eat it on some pretzels.
Okay.
But I don't know if I can. I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
that. Oh yes! I'm gonna fucking eat some pretzels after this with that fucking mustard, dude.
Okay.
God damn,
Yeah,
I
it's
love that.
been up there
There's
since-
like 2 of them up there.
Yeah, it's been up there since
God
I moved in.
damn it, dude! Holding out on me.
I wasn't holding out on you. It was
I just
there.
I didn't know. I didn't know if I should eat it. I didn't want to take it. I felt terrible because it's such a good
just
mustard.
like if you eat all of it, go fucking get me some more.
Oh man, I'm so excited, dude. I'm so fucking excited. So for the listeners out there, there's this mustard in town. Some fucking local makes it.
Some chick from some small town, some old lady makes this mustard.
God, it's good.
And she swears up and down that there's no horseradish in this mustard. But there's fucking horseradish in it.
It's good.
And it's kind of sweet, but not really. And it's just super fucking good. It's the best mustard ever. And when this old lady dies, no one's ever going to be able to make it again. But there's a bartender who goes to this small town and buys a whole shitload of it and then sells it at the bar he works at. So
I know
you have to deal with this unpleasant piece of shit, but it's kind of worth it.
Totally. For that mustard, I would drag some balls across some broken glass for that shit. That is fucking good mustard. Which reminds me of one last anecdote, Cole.
All right.
So it's been really cold outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of an understatement.
I get a lunch break, okay? And if you're home or if Ashley's here, I'm okay with leaving Fritz for longer periods of time. And so I sent out the message today. I said I'm not going to be able to make. I don't want to venture out in this fucking bullshit cold weather. I'm going to stay in the vicinity of work. And in the vicinity of work, we have a restaurant. I'm not going to say which restaurant it is. But
I know what it is. It's not very good.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's called Subway. And so I thought, you know what? I'm not going to go very far from work.
What would you expect from people who would hire a pedophile to represent their sandwiches?
Okay. Have you ever seen? Yeah, I mean, you know the reference. You know the Seinfeld reference of the soup Nazi.
Yeah.
I had the fucking sandwich Nazi today, dude.
Oh, really?
I walk up to the counter, right? This fucking guy, miserable piece of shit, hates his job. I get it. You work at Subway. I get it. But Jesus fucking Christ, dude, for real? So, this fucking guy, I walk up to the counter and I'm like, hey, he's like, what bread do you want in length? That's what he says to me. I'm like, foot long, herbs and cheese. Starts sandwich. He's just saying one word things to me. Sandwich. I'm like, oh, the spicy Italian. Cheese.
Fuck this guy. I don't like him.
Provolone. You want toasted? I'm like, yep. So he toasts it. Comes out of the oven. Vegetables. This is what he's saying to me. So I give him my vegetables. He misses a vegetable.
Okay.
He's fucking pissed about that.
Why? He fucked up.
I know. He's like, I know. Grabs the lettuce that he obviously forgot. And I said, he's like, sauce. Like, God damn, this guy is fucking a machine over here. Efficient. I said, can I please get mayonnaise and yellow mustard? Fucking squirts. God damn, this piece of shit. Fuck this guy. Squirts. I should have made him start the fuck over, honestly. So he squirts the mayonnaise. Yellow mustard? No, honey mustard. I should have made that fucking bitch start the fucking process over. He probably would have fucking killed me, though. If I would have said, nope, that's the wrong kind of mustard. I said yellow mustard, you dumb bitch. God damn, was he a fucking asshole. I could have dealt with the soup Nazi because he was actually making something that was art.
Yeah. This guy's making fucking shitty sandwiches on shit they legally can't call bread.
Fucking what? Fuck Patrick Mahomes. And this fucking... I have not had a sandwich at Subway since it's been probably 8 months to a year ago. And I see this fucking advertisement about this fresh slice bullshit. Oh, we're doing fresh slice meats now. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck that. This sandwich was even worse because I got fucking honey mustard on my sandwich and not regular mustard. In Ireland, in
Ireland they won't legally let them call the Subway bread.
Cole, I'm standing up here
because they call it technically it's a cookie because it's got so much sugar in it.
I'm standing up here, Cole, saying to you right now, I will never eat at Subway again.
Okay.
And if you ever suggest to me go to Subway,
I'm not the one who suggests shitty fucking restaurants when we go places.
If I ever...
You're the one who's always like White Castle or fucking...
when we went to a fucking
In-N-Out
small town.
burger.
We went to a small town. You guys almost went to a fucking Subway. You and Nancy and Elijah.
Oh, that was just because everything else was fucking
I
closed.
would rather
I was
starve.
so mad.
I would rather starve. Anyway, for this week's edition of Comic Can Coozie, I'm Taylor.
I'm Cole.
Fuck Subway!
You're the guy who sang The Ballad of Davy Crockett is Dead. I didn't bring it up because it's not a great song.
Well, you're actually recording right now. So.
I don't want to put that in there. Fuck that dude.
Was he a pedophile like Jared?
No, but he sang bad shit.
Fuck Subway.